I already got tears in my eyes, and it is because I'm sitting and I sat down and I was getting ready to record. And I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. And these are immense tears of joy and gratitude, and I am so grateful. I'm so grateful to have enough vulnerability to share this with you all. But I'm grateful so much for this life experience in my life, my journey, the journey that I'm on, the things that I do, and the spaces that I put myself in order to evolve and grow. I'm so grateful, right? This whole, okay, so if you're new here, welcome. My name is Marquita. Let me clean myself up. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Marquita. I am a spiritual coach. I am an author, and I'm also the host of the Alchemy Soul podcast. So if you're interested in checking out, I just did my lashes too, so. But if you're interested in checking out the podcast, if you're interested in checking out my book, please be sure to check the description for more details. The reason why I'm crying is because I am so grateful, right? I am currently in Medellin, Colombia. 6 weeks ago, I decided to finally leave the country, which this is not my first time leaving. This is my second time leaving. This time I am 100% dedicated. It feels so different, right? It feels so different than the last time. If you are new here, I'm just gonna catch you up briefly. The first time that I left the United States and was deciding to be an expat, be an immigrant, or more importantly, be nomadic, right? I, me and my daughter, she was 18 months at the time. I decided to take her and we went to Thailand. Afterwards, after I came back, after it didn't work out, I realized that the reason why, I hope you all can still hear me okay, but it's really loud and just, yeah. But anyway, the reason why I decided to come back is because the reason why, after I came back, I realized that the reason why I went to Thailand originally was for the wrong reasons. Right, I realized that the reason why I left the United States in the beginning was because I was running away from my current circumstances, right? I didn't want to face the current reality of becoming a new single mom. I didn't want to face the reality of the fact that I felt that this was going to be a very challenging lifestyle and experience. And I just wanted to stay on the trajectory of living my dreams, right? This second time around, which is not so much different. Like I still am on the path of living my dreams because I believe that it is so important as women, as mothers, that we separate the two, right? I think it's so important to make sure that if we can, as much as we can, right, to still put ourselves first, right? Because in order for us to show up fully and fully happy and healthy for our children, we must learn and know how to put ourselves first. I said a lot there. There is a lot to be learned. So much from what I just said. Anyway, I left the United States 6 weeks ago. I am currently in Medellin, Colombia. This experience has been very chaotic, right? I've had several issues with my Airbnb hosts. I had several issues going back and forth with Airbnb. I've also had my laundry stolen. Not stolen. I had it lost. They didn't steal it, but they lost my laundry. I have had heartbreak. I have had a something else. Something else has occurred. Oh, I've been locked out several times from my places. It has been a chaotic 6 weeks. I say that also, and also saying it was Mercury retrograde, right? Like, so I am fully aware, I'm fully conscious of the energetic things that are happening in the planets with the planets. Also, very much aware of myself and just making sure that I am remaining open-minded to whatever lessons that I am supposed to receive. And so I am here and I have met some amazing people when I'm talking about soul connections, like soul, like recognition, you know? And it's so interesting because I feel that when you solo travel, right, you meet so many people. You meet so many more people than you would if you were traveling with somebody else. And when I solo travel, I am literally looking at pieces of myself, right? Whether it is a past version of myself or whether it is a version of myself that is resonating with who I am now. I've met so many people just in this 6 weeks. And when I say the impacts that they have had on my life, right? And one of the biggest things that I have learned from the people that I have met is how amazing of a person that I am. And that may sound egotistical, right? It may sound like mm, maybe even that I was looking for that or whatever the situation may be, which is not the case, right? Like I'm always very I'm receptive, of course, I'm open and I'm receptive for all positive energy, right? The way that people have poured into me emotionally and energetically since I have been here has been something that I have been craving for years, right? I think that we as humans definitely need connection, right? That whole idea behind not seeking validation from other people is kind of flawed because I do know and I can just feel the difference in not only my confidence, but also in like just my knowing of my path and my mission and the things that I am meant to do in the world. When you don't have anyone around you that is pouring into you that in that way, you are solely relying on yourself. And yes, you should solely, I'm not going to say you should solely. You don't, you should not have to only rely on yourself, right? Because this is a co-creative reality. You need the energetic components of everybody else in order to help you evolve and grow. You need relationship with people in order to evolve and grow. You cannot isolate yourself and be in isolation and expect to see your growth and your evolution, right? Like you cannot be in isolation and expect to witness your how much you have healed. You need relationship with other people. And so for me, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And the reason why I started this video crying is because one of my sisters that I met right before I left Atlanta, she sent me a message and I'm gonna read part of it. Just gonna read a part of it. She said, I'm working on reaching out in the moment and not putting it off. I thought about how blessed I am to have you in my life. I know we've only shared a physical experience once, but you truly blessed my life. I admire you, and I'm thankful to call you a spiritual sister. Much love, peace, and blessings to you. And when I say like, I immediately started bawling, right? Just those simple words, reminders. Me and her only had a physical connection once, but when I tell you that we sat and we talked for hours, and she and I resonated so much with one another, I'm grateful, right? And it's not that I'm grateful because of just what she said. I'm grateful because she recognized the importance of the connection, even if it was just once. I'm a lover girl. Like, I love people. Like, I have not been a person who has been fortunate enough to have a big family or a family that I feel like that I resonate with or connect with, right? So all of my interactions and all of my relationships that I have built or had built were like chosen family. And that is so important for somebody who doesn't have a connection with their own family, right? I have chosen family, right? And I'm a person that has a big heart. I'm so willing and ready to show up for my chosen family whenever and however they may need me if I have the capacity, right? Such a long time, right? I was just was like, I need community. I need community because what I felt was that I was alone, right? I didn't know how to make friends. The friends that I did have, like they fell off or, we became distant or whatever the situation may be. We've grown apart, whatever, right? And so it left me in this space of like isolation, not intentionally, like I wanted friendships. And I'm so grateful right now because I've met people who have impacted my life and who has reminded me because so this is the thing. When you have people who know you from your past, right? You have people that know you from your past, they know that version of you, right? They don't know this current version of you because they haven't, 9 times out of 10, they haven't done the work to truly know and understand this version of you. It takes work to navigate relationship, whether that be friendship, family, romantic, doesn't matter, right? I'm grateful because the people that I have met, they have met me at this level and they see and they recognize who I am, what my soul is giving, and also my value. And that matters. It matters so much. And I'm so grateful. My friend who I met, and we did an episode together. If you didn't see that episode, you should check it out because I'm giving the details about the chaos that happened in Medellin. But if you haven't checked that episode out, please be sure to check it out. It's really crazy. But um that friend that I'm talking about have shown up for me in ways that like how I'm just so grateful to Spirit for putting a soul sister here in place for me because I needed to have that relationship. I needed to have this person here for me to help me navigate the chaos, right? Even the person that I said, like I'm heartbroken. The only reason I'm heartbroken is because we live in different parts of the world, right? And we probably will never see each other again. But even him, even meeting him and having the time that we spent together and him pouring into me and just loving me and seeing me, right? These people are seeing me for who I am right now without barely even knowing anything about me, right? They recognize my soul. And I'm just so grateful. And I recognize theirs, of course, also, but I'm just grateful because even though he and I had a short, very intimate experience, and he's gone back to his country or gone wherever he was going to go, I'm grateful for that experience because he recognized my soul almost immediately. Almost immediately. Like, and so these kinds of things, when it comes to relationships, and I'll probably do a little more talking. I don't really talk about relationships on here, but I'm going to, these kinds of things. When it comes to relationships, it is important to have relationships that continue to grow with you. It is important to have relationships with people who value relationship just as much as you value relationship, right? Yeah, right. Like I remember I was talking to a friend of mine and I was like, do I need to schedule time to talk to you? Can I just call you? Right? Like, why do we have to schedule time to talk to each other? Like, should just be able to call you. So I don't know where, have we gotten away from being so busy that we cannot talk to our friends anymore. And I'm not saying that people owe us all the time in the world, right? But I think that social media has created this world where people feel like they have access to everyone, right? And people are building their own individual communities online. But it is important to have community and relationships offline. If your friends feel that they are your friends just because they are still keeping up with what you're doing online, that's not really your friend, right? Like if they not checking on you outside of what's online, that's not really your friend, right? Because online is just a small subset of the reality of what's really happening, right? That's all I got for y'all. That was good. Like, that was good. If you resonated with anything that I talked about today, please be sure to leave it in the description. I will be back here tomorrow. Um, yeah. Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls.